these. And I forgot. Thank you. Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Okay, so let us do a body scan, and we'll just do this short on your own, just having an upright spine, taking a long, slow, deep inhale, full exhale, and just do a scan, top to bottom, noticing what you notice, what's changed, what stayed the same. What needs more attention and love? Coming to your thoughts. And your emotions. And putting that all together into a snapshot. And just noticing, how do you feel after doing 25 minutes of Qigong, warming up the body. And we'll check back one more time before class ends. So gently opening your eyes, coming present. So we did some warm-ups, and it's really, that is a great just session unto itself, and you can always shorten it. I always try to, when I'm boiling my water for my coffee in the morning, do 3 minutes of Qigong, breathing and stretching, setting my intention for the day can be really helpful. So for the rest of class, we're going to move in, we're going to do some breathing practices that are cleansing in nature to kind of clear our emotional body, and then we'll move into the restorative flows. So I'm checking with my body. I feel ready to stand. You can do this seated or standing. It's really standing. It's really up to you. So whatever your body's telling you today. So we did this last week for those of you that were here, the 6 wonderful healing sounds. In Chinese medicine and Taoism, each organ has an emotion or emotions that are associated with it, and there are virtuous emotions, and then there are emotions, there's nothing wrong with emotions, but just ones that we might hold on to, irritation or confusion or sadness, where it becomes dominating in our life. And so we just want to release those so the virtues can shine. So this basic exercise, whether you're seated or standing, if you're seated, have a wide stance. If you're standing, have a wide stance. So you have a sturdy foundation. And then we're going to do what's called sipping breath. So my hands are starting here, and then I'm going to sip, sip, sip. So it's different than just like one smooth inhale. It's sipping, through my nose. So sip, 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 and then we exhale fully with one long exhale. And then we do the fingers and the thumbs come together, and then we sip 3 times again. Sip, 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 and exhale. So I'm going to lead you through that, and each time we do an exhale or exhale, it's with a healing sound. So the sounds are related to the organs. You don't have to remember any of this. You're getting the benefit just by doing it. So just follow my movements and follow my sounds. And so here we go. Sip, sip, sip. First sound is sip, 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 chew. Sip, 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 shh. And then we do a big inhale and then exhale. And that's one round. So we'll do that again. And with that, we're releasing, with the first one, it's the S sound is for the lungs where we store excess grief. And then we inhale and cho for fear that might be stored within us. And then again, the sh is for anger, irritation, ha for any anxiety, and then whoo for worries, and he, that's just a good clear all that clears everything. It's a really nice nighttime routine to do to kind of discharge any emotions that you might have accumulated during the day. And then that last one where we inhale, the full thing, if you want, is to exhale, cross your eyes, and stick out your tongue. It's kind of fun. Nobody else can see you. So have fun with it. So let's do another round. So here we go. Sip, sip, sip. Big inhale. All right, let's do some shaking, bouncing, shaking the hands, shaking the arms, and we're going to do those sounds again. So inhale. Deep inhale. Keep going. And slowing down, slowing down. Just turn your attention inward for a moment and just notice what you notice. And we'll now move into our flows. And sometimes it feels a little odd to be shaking and making noise, but animals do that. If you've ever noticed dogs, if something happens with them, they get tense. You have your little joy, and then they just shake it out, and then they're just ready to go. And so it is kind of this like visceral thing to do. So that we just did, that little shaking and breathing, and then we can end. Let's just do one ending where we just inhale up, and then we'll just make that, and let's just do that a bunch of times. It's kind of like a descending. And feel it just washing through you, washing your system clean. And now we'll move to a whispered sound. Even quieter. 2 more times. One more time. Nice. I always feel so good after doing that. I just feel a little fresh, ready to go, right? Let go of the day. We just walk through our day and kind of accumulate things, so just good to discharge. So we've got about 20 minutes left. So now that we have cleaned house and opened up our meridians and have the flow going, we will move into some flowing movement. So seated or standing, just for a minute, seated or standing, bring your feet together and just feel what that feels like. For me, it doesn't feel bad, but it's taking a little bit of effort. I'm using muscles. If I did this for more than a few minutes, I would get tired. And so now just relax into a natural stance. And now just tune in, probably much more stable and using less effort. So palms are facing your thighs, and then we're gonna slowly inhale up and exhale down. So we're just opening the flow. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And the reason that we inhale in and out through the nose is it's a sign to our nervous system that we can relax. And now that you have the basic flow, if you want to soften your eyes or close the eyes, just pay special attention to the sensation of your hands as they move up and down. My hands are very flowy. There's no tension in my wrists or fingers. And now this is called opening the flow. Now we're going to open the flow to the 6 directions. So we go up and bring our hands back, and then we push out and come back. And now we're going to go to the side. Exhaling out, inhaling back to center. Put your hands on a cloud, float them down. And we just go back and forth like that. Inhaling up, in front, back to the middle, out to the sides, onto the cloud, floating down. We'll do that one more time. Side. So we're going to start our 5-element flows. We're going to start with our earth today. Earth is here, is your center. And there's a lot of talk about importance of being grounded, and I believe that. It's also really important to come from your center, because your center comes with you wherever you go. If you're on an airplane, it's kind of hard to ground, but if you know where your center is, that can be very, very useful. So at the level of your belly button, hands facing down towards the earth, and just feel that a second, really settle in, and to soften your eyes and just see if you get any sensations in your palms facing down to the earth. Now we're going to move into the flow. So I'm going to turn to the side and just show you. As my hands and head comes forward, my spine stays long and straight. So that's true whether you're sitting or standing. And then when we're here, we go out and around and come back to the center. So exhaling through the nose and then inhaling and coming back to your center. So exhaling, pushing away any stress, inhaling fresh, vital chi, depositing it into your reservoir. We'll just go back and forth like that. Out through the nose, in through the nose. My neck is relaxed. Try not to have any extra tension. If you're standing, really do ground into your heels. And then as you come forward, you rock onto your toes, just slightly, very subtle movements. Now I'll be quiet so we can just enjoy this flow. Hands are relaxed. And let's do 3 more, even slower. When we slow our body down, very often our mind will follow. And one more time. We're going to do a short standing posture. So again, hands are at the level of the belly button. If you are standing, go ahead and lock out your knees a moment. Straighten your legs as straight as you can get them. Takes a lot of effort. Relax, relax. The legs have a slight bounce in the knees. So my Qigong teachers would say straight, but not straight. So there's a slight bend. And then the tailbone is just relaxed. I'm not arching my back, but I'm also not intentionally tucking my tailbone. There's just not a lot of pressure there. So hands are at the level of the belly button, facing down. And then it's like you have straws in your hands and in your feet. And as you inhale up that earth energy. Exhale, deposit it into the reservoir. And I'll just be quiet as we hold this posture for a minute and just feel the earth pulling you down. And as you're inhaling, drawing up that earth energy into your system. And bringing your hands down and shifting your weight if you want. We're going to do one more earth one. It's very similar to what we just did, but there's a bit of pivoting. And so you're going to mirror me. So take your right hand under your belly button, and then the left hand is on top of that, and feel like you're holding a ball of golden chi. And now with your left hand, you're going to turn from your hips and your waist and then spread that out and around. And now come back, and the hands are going to switch positions. So now right hand's on top, left hand's down below. Turn from the hips and the waist and go out and around and come back. So now your right hand's under, left hand's on top. So you're mirroring me. Everybody's got it. Out and around with an exhale. Inhaling as you come back, exhaling, inhaling. Knees are soft, rooting into the heels. Coming from your center, smoothing out that chi. So one more to each side. Coming back to the center and rubbing your tummy and stirring all that earth energy in. Okay, so we're going to move to our deepest reservoir, which is our water element that is housed in our kidneys, which are on our low back. So we're going to do a flow that's called the fountain. It traces the kidney channel, meridian, which starts on the bottom of your foot and then comes up the inside of your legs and then follows your spine, but on the front comes up. And when we get here, you become a fountain. Arms go out far and wide. So this is similar to the spine one that we did, where as my head comes forward, I really anchor into my foundation. Hips go back, back of the hands come together, and then inhale up and exhale out. So we lean forward, back of the hands, drawing that watery energy up, up, up into your system, spreading any excess back to the earth. Letting it deeply nourish every cell of your body. If you're a visual person, you can visualize the color blue. And this is very flowy movements. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Letting this deep blue watery energy fill your bones with vitality. Paying special attention to your hands, feeling the sensation as they move through the air. A few more times. One more time. We'll move to our fire element in our chest. And so we'll do one that most of you are familiar with. We'll start with your hands a little bit higher, more at the level of your chest. Just kind of float them back and forth. So arms are relaxed, elbows are relaxed, and feeling your palms moving through the air. And then once we get over to this side, let's all go here. And now you're going to drop your outer hand and now do that same floating across. When you get here, change your hands. And we just go back and forth. The lower hand is like a shadow of the other one, kind of trailing behind. And once you have this basic movement, you can close your eyes if you like and really just feel the sensations. The clouds represent our emotions. And they're just floating through the sky. We are not the clouds. We're in the sky. There's no particular breathing with this, just whatever comfortable, but in and out through the nose. If you have a lot of emotion, you can turn that hand towards you and kind of rake and then cleanse. And slowing down, making the movement smaller. And for our standing posture, we're going to do one called Golden Urn, holding the golden urn towards the heavens. And so your palms, it's like you have a golden urn in your palms, and you're holding it up towards the heavens. So imagine sunlight coming, filling your urn, coming down your arms, filling your heart center. If your arms get tired, you can always just have your hands like this. And softening the eyes or closing the eyes, and we'll just hold this for a minute. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And again, if you get tired, just have your palms up. Imagine the sunlight. And bringing your hands down. And we'll end our flows with one that is a movement for the metal element, but it really encompasses all the elements. So palms again are face down here. We're gonna bring our hands out with an inhale. Bring the palms forward. And as you get closer, we're gonna start bringing the hands down, touching the thumb, and then the index, and then the middle, and then the ring, and then the pinky. And then we come out to the sides and down. We come up again, inhaling, palms facing forward, exhaling, very lightly and softly, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, inhaling and exhaling, floating the hands up. So 3 more times. Each finger represents a certain meridian and organ system. So we are sealing our practice. And one more time. Slowly, gently, finger by finger. Hand over hand on the abdomen. Have one hand underneath your belly button, other hand comes up and then comes down the center. We'll switch our hands, condensing and storing all that wonderful chi that we generated. Returning to your center. One more to each side. Wonderful. Let's end seated as we began. And just invite you to settle into a comfortable position, spine upright, feet flat on the floor. Just bringing your attention inward, doing a body scan from top to bottom, noticing what's changed, what stayed the same. What are you noticing? And tuning into your thoughts. Taking a long, slow inhale. Full exhale. Noticing how that is. And finally, our emotions. And just noticing what you notice. And let's just sit quietly now for 2 minutes. I will mind the time. And just savor the internal energy you created, the group field we created together here in person and online. If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. And keeping your attention rooted inside. You want to put hand over hand onto your heart area. As you inhale, feeling your breath expand. As you exhale, the chest sinks. And just in this moment, invite you to think of someone or something that makes you smile. It's usually doggies for me. I just saw a cute baby elephant video. Just something sweet that makes you smile and really feel that warmth in your chest. And let's just take one more minute and send this warm, smiley energy out into the world. If there's anyone specific you're thinking of, or groups of people, or the earth, anyone, anywhere that would benefit. And bringing your hands down and coming back present into the room, slowly opening your eyes, wiggling your toes, butterflying your knees a bit, coming present. And we will end class as we always do, dedicating the merit of our practice. The words are, if you care to join me, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody. So nice to practice together. Take care of yourself and see you next week. I'll be here. Bye, Zoomers. Nice to see you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.